Hello gamers and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie and I'm the Beatless Gamer. So hi, thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're building a container home in Oasis Springs, and that might sound a little bit out of place and whatnot, but with the landscaping it fits in quite nicely, and I think it looks really good where it ends up being. I like it. It's built on a 30 by 20 lot, just in case you wanted to download it and place it in a different world. I think it could fit in some other worlds as well, but we just picked Oasis Springs because it's part of the base game, and not that this is a base game only build, but I think I might have tried that at the beginning, but that quickly got pushed out the window. Like I mentioned in my last video, I like to name my houses. It is a fun way to inspire a build, and if you haven't done it and you're lacking some inspiration, I recommend trying it. Just give it a go. You don't have to make a video about it, but just try it out. So today you'll be meeting Kind of Cozy Cora, and I think Kind of Cozy is a good way to describe how this turned out. It's good for two Sims if you can get that scoot across the bed feature to work. I know not everyone can get that to work in their game, but if it works, then you can have two Sims here. Otherwise, it's good for one. It ends up being quite expensive for like a one Sim household, but it's very decorated and it looks really nice, and the landscaping is good, so I guess it's worth it. Yeah, and I found inspo for this via Pinterest, so I feel like a lot of Simmers use Pinterest to find design inspiration or like the exterior of a house, just because it's hard to like think of these things by yourself, and a lot of places are in lockdown, or like you're not really supposed to be going outside, so like I would like to go on walks and whatnot, and I mean I guess you could still go on walks, but depending where you are, it's been really hot lately where I am, and I don't live in a typically hot area, so I haven't been leaving my house all that much. I've also started a new job, so like when I leave my house, I go to work, and then I come home and I'm just exhausted. So I'm not spending much time looking for build inspiration. But I found this on Pinterest, and the only thing that I saw from the build was kind of from the front of the lot. So I saw that big window in the front, and I knew that a bed, like you could see a bed there. So I knew that the bedroom kind of went at the front of the lot by that nice big window. So I ran with that, and I wanted my bedroom to be right there. It's not a great use of space. Like this is definitely a house that's made to look nice more than it's meant to like fit a lot of Sims or anything like that. Like it's a small house, it's 52 tiles, but it's good for like two Sims. I've seen people do like 8 Sim builds for like under micro homes and stuff. I don't know how you guys do it. I'm not that talented. So yeah. Right now, I'm just adding a rough guide to where I kind of want everything to go. We do change up a few things between now and when the build is actually finished. This bathroom, not that it's like layout is changed, but we changed the furnishings in there. I think the potty might be the only thing that stayed the same. The living room and kitchen also gets kind of switched up a little bit, but I don't know why I'm telling you all this now. You'll just see how it turns out in the end. But yeah, we change a few things up between now and the finished product, and we're popping outside again. So I've mentioned before in a previous video or two that sometimes I just need to move on from part of a build. Like I need to just return later. Sometimes like picking the flooring and the wall colors is a lot of pressure, and we just need to run away and go work on the landscaping. So that is what I did here. I went through the debug catalog a lot to find a lot of the landscaping that I used. So one thing that I like to do in my builds, and I feel like I've mentioned this before, but I like to look at the surrounding, like the area surrounding the lot. So you can see that bush there doesn't actually match the ones behind it. It's far more green, but this bush does match. Great. This is from debug. I love getting or finding the items and plants that match the surrounding area, to like kind of blend the world into the lot. I don't know. It's way more immersive to me. It looks really nice. My own opinion there. But if you wanted to move this lot, it might look a little bit out of place in some other worlds. There are a lot of cactuses or cacti, a lot of rocks, some trees that might not fit in other worlds, but maybe if you have the Strangerville game pack, I think this would look really good in Strangerville. I don't actually have Strangerville, so I don't know much about the game pack, but I've seen pictures and like other videos of the Strangerville world, and I think this would look really nice in the Strangerville world. Plus, we also get a bunch of other like cacti with Strangerville, so that would have been cool too, to have those options as well. But if you moved this to like a forested world, you might have to do a little bit of extra work to try and like really blend in the lot if that's important to you. But if it's not, then like it's good to go. So we're back inside again. We did change the furnishings in here in the bathroom a bit, like I said. So we use a lot of stuff from Seasons in here. I really like the design of the shower, like the grid on the outside just speaks to me. I'm a fan of it. It's modern. I don't know. It's nice. And then the sink is also from Seasons, also very nice. I really like the bathtub that comes with Seasons as well. I guess I'm just like a little Seasons fan over here. But we also end up using that organizer from Seasons as well. I'm placing it right here. We do change that potty as well because like your sim couldn't use that. But yeah, so Seasons is an objectively great expansion pack in my humble opinion. So we changed the living room around a bit. You can see that the couch is kind of in a different orientation than it was originally. I did that because we needed to add an extra counter into the kitchen area. So I've said this before, but I don't really play with The Sims. Like, I have a few families I play with here and there, like in my personal time, but the real fun for me is building. So when I got my start with The Sims 2 Pets, I definitely played with The Sims a lot more, but I always loved building, even in Sims 2 Pets where you can't have a roof on your house. But now in Sims 4 land, I simply love building in this game, and I get a lot of enjoyment out of it. Anyways, I wasn't sure that a sim could actually like prep their food on the back of an island, so I wanted to make sure that our sims could eat. So we added that extra counter to make sure that they can indeed prep their food. And you might see those little chairs by that island that we have lovingly placed right there. Well, when I placed this, I was like, these are going to be decorative chairs. There is no way your sim could sit maybe in the first one, but definitely not in that second one. Like, I don't think there's enough room. Your sim can sit in both of them. Let me tell you, I am so proud of this. I am so proud that your sim can actually sit in both of those chairs. It's the little things that just get me really happy about Sims builds and them actually being functional. I don't know. A lot of the time when I build for like looks, and it doesn't matter how much it functions. I just want it to look nice. But this one actually functions for the most part. There's one chair that ends up being in the bedroom that your sim just can't sit in, but everything else works in the house, which is a win for me. I will take it. I'm so proud of that. You also see me fiddling around with the curtains a lot, so it seems like the curtains automatically snap around the window. I don't love that. I want my curtains where I want my curtains, so we moved the window out of the house entirely. Also, another thing to note is because I moved that window out and I could see it just sitting there, I know that I built this with move objects on. So if you do end up downloading this from the gallery and you want to play with it, make sure when you go to place this in any world that you turn move objects on, just so you're like, sometimes when you build with move objects on, it like breaks the game a little bit. Not breaks it, but like some things aren't usable, or like I've had TVs delete, or like alt placed objects delete. So just turn move objects on if you do plan on placing this in your world, or any other build for that matter that is built with move objects on. Just turn it on when you place the build and then shut it off when you're done. Well, maybe don't shut it off entirely. Like if the house was built with move objects on, I guess you'd still risk some items just going missing, but you know what I mean. I typically just leave move objects on all of the time, but that is just me. It does get in the way sometimes if you're trying to like build something for functionality. Like sometimes it'll let you place a door, like it'll let you place a door, not sometimes. It'll let you put a door wherever you want, but sometimes that door just won't work. So I guess use it at your own risk, but it's an easy thing to turn on and off. I just leave it on myself. Anyways, I realize how long this video is, especially for a new creator like myself. I totally understand how difficult it is to get into other creators or like new creators. I find that people have their favorites that they like watching, and sometimes it's just hard to start watching videos from someone else. It's like starting a new podcast or a new TV show. It's hard to start something that like you don't know anyone that's into, I guess. So I get it. I'm kind of the same way. Like I kind of have my favorites, and it's hard for me to start new things. A person's voice can be unfamiliar, like the editing style can be different overall, like trying new things. It's kind of scary for humans, and I get it. I'm human too. But I just wanted to say thank you so much if you have listened this far. Wow, if you finish this video, holy moly, I'm actually so surprised. And if you don't actually listen this like far enough to hear this, I'm still so grateful that you even clicked on this video. So you won't hear this, but thank you. I started this channel with 0 viewership. I've never had a YouTube channel like that I've uploaded to before. I have 0 pre-existing community, and I'm not talking about like the Sims community at large, because that community is huge and beautiful and so nice, but I didn't have my own community of people to like share my videos with. Like I'm not a known social media person or anything. I don't have a ton of followers. And I haven't chosen to share this like in my personal life. Like I've let some family know, some close friends, but it's not something like I'm advertising on my like personal social media pages. I have a few for this like account for this channel, but as far as like my own day-to-day personal channels, like I'm not advertising it anywhere. So the people that stumble upon it are the people that watch it, and minus like the close friends that I have that click on this video. Thank you guys so much. Nonetheless, I wanted to express my gratefulness and say thank you so much for listening to me. It means so much. And I guess, yeah, thank you. And I guess we'll like get back to the build now. Yeah. Well, the build is almost over. We're in the late stages of decorating this place. For the most part, we're just adding some clutter, getting our books to sit on the counters, tying up some loose ends, if you will. We pick a much prettier light for this little space, and we spend way too long picking out the perfect rug for this space, decision making. And I think my favorite part of this home is the office nook. I just imagine that like the sim who would live here. Maybe she's like a writer for a design blog or something. I've decided her name is Cora because the house is named Cora, so like let's name the sim Cora as well. But she's just chosen to move here to like better understand container home living, and they use this little space for all their writing and whatnot. I just like the clutter that we've put on the desk, like that open notebook just makes it look like this is a genuine workspace for a sim, so that's really cool. Truly a space I would like for myself, and believe it or not, even with that bookshelf by the front door, your sims can still sit in those island seats, so that's pretty cool. And then we're on to finishing up the bedroom. I think after the bedroom we pop outside again to add a few more rocks and whatnot, but just some minor landscaping touches here and there. I think we had a bench and a table, but yeah, for the most part, this is it's wrap-up time. We're almost done. This is the chair I was talking about earlier that your sim can't actually use. This is the one thing that I couldn't get to function correctly in the build, but everything else your sim can use, which is sweet. Just not that chair. That chair is purely for looks. That would be the chair that you throw all of your laundry on and never touch. I think it's because the lamp is there that it can't be used, but yeah, I think that's about it for the bedroom. It's nothing super fancy. I do think it's a nice bedroom myself. It's well decorated, and it's definitely the biggest room in the build. And the only reason it's the biggest is because of the inspiration picture I used from Pinterest. The one thing I could see was that big window in the front was leading into a bedroom, so I had to make that be a bedroom. And then we just add some decorations to the walls and whatnot. It really comes together. I'm actually pretty proud of this build. It took like 4 hours to record, which is really long, but it was a lot of fun and it turned out really pretty. So I guess it was a lot of decision making. But decision making adds up to be a lot of time. And yeah, but I think it turned out really nice. And I hope you like it. I really like it. But if you don't like it, no hard feelings. I forgive you. It's okay. You don't have to like it. Also, I wanted to apologize. If you hear any stomping in the background, I live in an apartment and my upstairs neighbors are so stompy. Like, I don't know, they really pack a punch into every step they take up there, like at all hours of the day and night. Just really, really stompy steps. So if you can hear that, I apologize. Alright guys, that's about it for me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and for listening to me talk about life and The Sims. I had a lot of fun and hopefully you did too. Stick around for screenshots if that's your thing. And if you want to download this home, beware there's lots of packs in this one. My name is TheBeatlessGamer on the gallery, or search #BeatlessGamer on the gallery. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Anything you'd like to comment, just comment down below. Subscribe if you feel up to that. I upload at least twice a week. Okay guys, I'll see you soon. Bye!